I just want to be real. You know who programmed me to be with a man with money? My mom, daddy.
I've been very flexible. Okay? I've been very flexible. My flexibility has decreased down to damn near none.
If your upbringing means you're accustomed to a man doing that for you, then the next man that decides to be with you has to meet those standards and criteria.
Y'all, so today we're going to be talking about this phenomenon about whether women are kind of, quote unquote, doomed, if you will, to be single.
Doomed. Whoa, we said programmed, Aaron. Like, don't reach, not this early. Give it like 30
That's
minutes.
why I put it in quotations. All right. The notes really say programmed. Are women programmed to be single?
Yo, get out of my notes, Leo.
And we have a very, obviously Rico's here, but we have a very special guest today. I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us about your book, your cards. I mean, everything. You got a lot going on.
Thank you for having me. I am Passport Cuddy. I'm the author of The M and Man is for Money. It's a woman's guide on how to handle men and money in dating and relationships. I'm a unconventional life dating
Charge
coach.
for this, by the way, because I need money. Because the M is for money. Put it right.
I'm just an entrepreneur whose business focuses on.
Not just. We don't like that word. I am. Just is belittling.
Okay, thank you. Hype me up then.
I got you.
I am an entrepreneur whose business focuses on women empowerment, self-help, and overall well-being of women.
So, my question is, how did you get the name Passport Cuddy? Like, passport for me means traveling, and Cuddy means, hey, yo.
You're right.
Traveling and yo.
You got that one right. Yeah. Passport Cuddy came from a Chris Rock stand-up. About 10 years ago, he had a stand-up, a little more than 10 years ago now. He says that men cannot go backwards sexually. Like, once you do something new for a man sexually, he's like, do that little thing you did last week. And women cannot go backwards in lifestyle. That once somebody introduces a woman to the finer things in life or, something different, we're like, yeah, we want every guy after that to do that. So he said, you remember the first time a guy took you on vacation? Every time after that, you wanted a guy to take you on vacation. You said, this is Passport P. You can't handle all of this in one area code or zip code, whatever he said. I was like, oh, that is me. So I changed the P to Cuddy.
That's why women are programmed to be single. Let's get right into it. The thing is, all right, I want to go last, actually.
No, you over here making big statements.
I didn't make a big statement.
You think women are programmed to be single?
I think subconsciously, yeah.
In what way?
Because they have an ideology of maintaining a certain lifestyle that's unrealistic. They have unrealistic expectations on man that most men will never meet, if not any. And, me and Alan were talking, and I hate to say this, but I believe that a lot of times as single people, but in this topic, we're talking about women, once a single woman starts to reach in later ages of her life, her priority list of characteristics of men start to lessen. She goes in with 20 on her list. Next thing you know, by the time she's a certain age, it's 5. And that's why they're programmed to be single, because they had 15 unrealistic things that was never going to be fulfilled from the very beginning, or 15 things that were just not really that important to her when she realized the core values of her real 5.
I think it's the opposite, actually. I think that we start off having almost no expectations. We just want a guy. We just want to be in a relationship. We just want love. We just want the companionship. We just want to be claimed. So we just want to be together. So after you lock in for almost nothing besides being together, because I look at it as like, relationships or just dating in general is like musical chairs for us. Like we're going around and we just grab whatever so that when the music stops, we ain't lose the game. Like we ain't lose. So you just grab. Like you're not even really getting that. You're not vetting people properly. So you just don't want to lose because society and your family and everybody else is like, you
need a man.
Yeah, like shunning you about being single, being, being free, not having any prospects of marriage or whatever the case is. So now you just grab so that you don't look like you are an old hag, like with nobody. And then when you realize that did not work, then later on, you start to build your standards. Like, so that's why I think it's opposite. We don't build our standards till later. So.
Well, I think y'all build y'all standard. Okay, I agree. Y'all start off with 0 if we talking about 18.
Damn.
Y'all start, because y'all don't know no better. But guess what? Men's expectations of women start off at 0 at 18 too. We're talking like when we really start. I'm talking about like a conscious adulthood. So let's just give the age of 25, right?
Okay.
Once you hit
25, I mean...
You start to have some type of preferences.
Wait. Are we really going to let this conversation happen? Like women are not the cruelest to the uncool guys in high school?
Oh, bro. What?
Oh, okay. I just
Like,
wanted to be sure.
Are we? Well, I went to all-girls school, so I don't know.
Your opinion is now null and void.
Nobody was cruel.
Because Aaron was the cruel one.
No, it wasn't.
Yo, if you do
I
not...
actually took up for people.
Because they were getting abused. You didn't take up with them because they were losers.
No, if somebody was doing them wrong,
You wouldn't date
That's called abuse.
What do you mean?
them. You wouldn't date them.
I dated who I wanted to date.
No, and who did you want to date?
Not those
The cool
guys.
guy. Just say the cool guy. Which is cool, because I'm a cool guy. I don't find offense to it. Shout out to everybody.
Who said you was the cool one?
Life. Life. I'm the cool guy.
Y'all, real talk, I seen a picture of Rico in high school. Nigga was not cool.
I was cool.
Not cool.
It was a different time frame.
If you went to high school with him, make a comment.
Yeah, they gonna drop a
Please
comment.
get in the comments. We
listen,
want to know.
They know. Like, they know. And
I've been cool in my life.
You guys can show in it too. But no, this is a fact. I don't have to listen. If I wasn't cool, they would have been popping shit.
What was the name of your high school?
I went to Woodbridge High School.
All right. For those of you all who went to Woodbridge High School in New Jersey,
Class
y'all
of
knew him.
2011 from 2007.
We wanna hear it.
I came in as a freshman as that guy. You hear me? I was little, but I was that guy.
Oh, Lord.
all right. Y'all gonna get me hype. But that's because I'm a real, you know what I'm saying? But what I was trying to tell you is, before I was rudely gassed up, I think that, yes, you're right if we talk about that standpoint. But, what I will say is that women have always wanted that guy. Okay? Now, depending on the time frame that you wanted that guy, if we were 17 years old and juniors in high school, everybody that was that guy, well, at least in my high school, had nothing. You know what I'm saying? We were just the cool person. We had the status, we had the popularity, we might have played a sport or two, and we might have had potential to go to a good college, and we might have had potential to even get a D1 scholarship. Wow, I'm that guy, right? So we had something. It was just more so of a futuristic potential rather than a tangible thing that we could possess.
Right.
Right? Now, as we go on, right, that guy and that girl, they date, they fall apart, whatever the case may be. Now, what does she do? She start basing only, which I'm not mad at, to a certain degree, her new standards for her next guy based on his heights, her previous guy's heights. So if he did take her on vacations, okay, if he was a guy who had 2 D1 scholarships, she's not going to sell it for a guy that's going D3. Because at the end of the day, she don't want to go backwards, right? So now when she starts to develop all of these things, because women are taught to seek the top echelon of men, not realizing that most men will never amount to that.
I was not taught that.
Well, you're in an all-girls school. It's different. What did you do in an all-girls school? What did y'all talk about?
Wait for our boyfriends outside.
And there was no one
3
else.
o'clock. No, but
did boys come to your school at 3 o'clock?
Of course.
yes, but I was dealing with the older guys. I wasn't with the little high school.
Hot girl.
Exactly.
That's Passport Cuddy.
I was waiting for my dude to come pick me up in the car.
Right. Wait, but I have a question, Rico.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
is it, you said that women want like the top guys. Experience shows us that that's not a man or a woman thing. That is a people thing. Men want the baddest woman.
False.
They don't want the prettiest woman. They don't want the
False.
woman with the best
You
body.
know what's the craziest thing? This is real shit right here. You ready? We're at that 5-minute mark. Right? Dudes, and I'm speaking from real life. This is not an opinion thing. This is real life, right?
Your real life.
No, ours, because I'm talking about every guy that I know.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Every
guy that I know. If a dude finds a pretty female who has no status, no following, nobody knows who she is, she's a gem. Like, if I find a girl, not right now, but if I found a girl, right, who has 1,000 followers and she's an 8, oh my God, it's like finding Virgin Mary.
See, I guess I wasn't.
So we don't want status. We don't need status. We want you to have less amount of exposure as possible.
So you actually ignored what I said.
I thought I answered it.
No, because I didn't say anything about status. I didn't say anything about followers. I said you want the pretty girl. I don't know any man that doesn't want the baddest woman on his
She
arm.
ain't bad. She ain't the baddest, but she's
No,
alright.
but no. You don't want.
We want
No.
exclusivity.
No. Answer me this.
Uh-huh.
When you walk in a room with a woman on your arm,
Mm-hmm.
is your expectation that people just keep doing what the hell they doing, or that they look at her and be like, damn, she is gorgeous? Women are looking at her and saying, man, she is gorgeous. Men are looking at you and being like, damn, he got her, so on and so forth. Am I wrong?
A little bit.
No,
a little bit.
yes or no?
Yes.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Oh, please, inform.
I rather, first of all, I think girls tell ugly girls that they're pretty all the time.
I don't.
So,
Wait, what is going on
I
right
know
now?
girls be like, wow, you're so beautiful. And we be like, no, she's not. Like,
I don't.
What are you talking about? I'm not saying that you do, but I think that the way women view other women is different than the way men view women. We could view a woman and be like, she is a 5, and a woman could think she's an 8. And we'd be like, I don't know why you think your friend is cute.
That's
Right?
still not what I'm saying, though.
But what I'm saying is, because it's also subjective. So what I'm trying to say is, some men do want the woman that is going to be the best woman in the room, right? And I'm a guy that would like that too. However, once a guy gets older, right, I want the woman that they say, where did he find her?
What, like the gem, the diamond in the rough?
Yeah, because the thing is now all the pretty, look, I sat here on 8 at the table, said being pretty is average. Being pretty is average. It's normalized now. There's so many pretty women.
See, that's I'm not talking about just pretty. I'm saying when you walk.
What
what I'm
Rico
trying
is
to say-
saying is that it's not just the looks. The looks is a part of it, but it needs to be more than the looks.
No, of course.
It needs to
but
be exclusive.
do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, but I'm not understanding what he's saying, because I feel like it's all subjective, because guys are clout chasers themselves, right?
Those are lame.
We guys,
Those are
we
lame.
guys.
But they're still guys. You
But
got
they're
to.
weak.
No,
You
they're
have to-
males.
they're-
Hey, the good gotta suffer with the
Right,
bad.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what?
Do you want me to bring in the bad then?
Go for these guys. It's half and half.
No, it's
guys
not.
Go
It's
for
85-15.
Guys can go for the popular girl, the girl that has a lot of exposure, the girl that's out there as well. That's who they want. They will leave the chick who doesn't have any following or anything in the house and go risk it all for her.
That's weak.
But that's what they do.
But why would you
I'm
want
about
a
to say
guy
first.
that's weak?
No.
Like, tell them that.
No. Wait, hold on. Wait, that's not true.
No?
No, those are the
They
guys.
chase after me all the
time
time.
Time out. Those are the guys that never had girls. So like, it's the same thing as a girl that never had guy, right? I'm not gonna say no names, but there's a woman that we all know. She's big into the music industry. She's probably close to an A-list celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
She's a rapper,
Okay.
and she got into the game, and she started messing with every guy. You know why? Because she was new to success. When a guy is new to the ability of gaining women, those are the guys you're talking about. You're not talking about guys who've been getting women all their life. Because if you're talking about guys that been getting women all their life, another pretty face is regular to him. Another pretty face doesn't have as much value to a guy who could never get that girl.
I don't know. It's like you only speaking for the guys.
You don't know. I know because I'm a guy.
Cuddy, what we're trying to tell you is this, and I'm going to ask you and Aaron this, right?
Okay.
What we're trying to tell, I'm going to ask both of you ladies this.
Okay.
Real conversation is an easy answer. Mm-hmm. What's sexier than a secure man to a woman?
A secure man?
Secure man.
Aaron.
Secure and
think.
comfortable.
A
Get in my face.
Wait, did y'all hear that?
Secure.
Look at what she says.
A bigger dick.
Obviously, that comes.
That'll
with
make it.
That is secure and big dick don't go together.
That'll make it secure.
Are you crazy?
No.
The more secure he is, the smaller it is.
A lot of times, I agree.
You said the more
times
secure, the smaller?
Yes.
Okay,
Wait, the more secure.
No, wait, no.
I'm confused.
Oh, you said secure or insecure?
Yes.
Secure.
Secure.
Oh, yeah, so
I thought you
expound.
meant you meant financially?
No, not financially.
Oh.
Confidence-wise.
Overall, as a man.
I thought you
secure.
meant like.
Not money-wise. Forget money. We try to avoid money in relationships and ate at the table.
Huh?
No, we don't, Alan.
What are you talking about? Well, half the marriages in America get divorced over finances, so why we ain't talking about money?
Because your relationship is based on money. I learned this from Rico. Rico, can you please explain to the people
what
one more
happened?
time? One more time for the record.
Tell me.
Women are programmed to be single because they're basing their life or they're basing their relationship on money. Well, this is one of many reasons, right? And only 15% of people make money.
Relationships are not free.
No, but it's also can be cheap. So now my thing is if we have
It could be cheap.
it should-
Why?
Because you will be single.
So you want to be
Cuddy, statistically, the majority of men in America
Make
majority
$44,000 a
of
year.
So they
men.
should be doing more.
And so does the women.
So they should be
You gotta
doing
think
more.
about it like this. Majority of people, well, actually, a woman's slightly less, right?
Yeah, women make less than men, right? Which is unfair and not cool. But what I'm it's not cool. I don't think
That's
it's
not
right.
cool.
It's just
Not cool at all.
No sexism.
Yeah, but it's fucked up. Equal work, equal pay. I believe that shit though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you don't do the same work as I get, But the point of what we're trying to explain, you gotta do the same shit I do. I put 12 hours in.
You gotta put 12 hours.
12 hours in.
I feel you.
Not 8. And think that you get
Just
12.
12?
I feel you.
You say 12 like it's, oh my
We're
God.
talking about a day.
I know.
12, 16 hours.
A lot of
whatever.
people work 12 hours a day.
No, but I'm
Really?
saying if I'm laying fucking
Is it
concrete
really?
down for $62 an hour.
But you're not,
I
Alan.
work 10 a week.
Thank you. But you're not. Let's not even go down that.
Let's digress.
All relationships, unless y'all both broke as we can curse now?
You can curse
broke
now.
as fuck. Then, if you want to go on dates, if you want to move in together, if you want to travel together, if you want to have kids together,
If you want to eat food,
Exactly. Actually, even so I do advice calls, right? And a lot of the advice calls are about women just and this is general, like regular stuff. They call, they're like, hey, I'm dating this guy. He wants me to cook for him all the time. But he don't send me no money for groceries.
He can't build. Leave him. He's not a
But
builder.
that's an easy fix, right? Like, you don't got to leave him. All you got to do is text him. Hey, babe, can you send me that? Can you send me some money to go to the grocery store when I get off of work so I could make dinner tonight? It's an easy fix.
No.
Why not?
Because if he was a builder, he said, I'm going to stop at the grocery store for the week so you could cook for us for the week.
No. It don't have to go like that, though. It doesn't have to. That would be nice. But guess what?
No, it
I don't
does.
like sending guys to the grocery store. You know why? Because they call me and be like, babe, what aisle is the
you.
tuna fish in?
thank you.
And I'm like,
In the tuna fish out.
right, no, right. And I'm like, do I work there? Like, why
You work at Stop
calling-
and Shop?
Right, like, why are you calling me?
First of all, if
You know?
you're dating any man that doesn't know where certain things are in the grocery aisle, he's not a man. Because unless
They're just lazy.
No. He has not taken care of himself. There's no way a man is taking care of himself and he doesn't know where certain things are in the grocery store.
No, but it's just that some guys
He orders it off of
F
Amazon.
it up on purpose
Well,
so that
before
you
Amazon-
never send them again.
Absolutely.
They be like, I'm going to annoy her so bad this time that she never sends me back to the grocery store.
Okay, look, guys, we're gonna make a
Yes
whole
or no?
We're gonna make a whole collage.
No.
I want to make a whole collage.
He's
of this.
like,
Can we do this for post? We're gonna
Please
make
do.
a whole collage of this. Okay, take what
ahead.
she just said, and I want to add this again. And this is why women are programmed to be single.
Oh my God. Why are we programmed to be single?
Because you're dealing with a man who you're choosing to deal with the man who's willing to lie so he can be lazy and produce less. So like my thing is we have to understand about who we're picking. That's one.
Yeah.
So if you're picking a man who's willing to lie,
Huh?
You know, so you said that. She said we don't do it, and I said women don't do a good job at vetting.
okay, but
You
look,
guys.
but we didn't say that. Hey, listen, guess what? We didn't say, hey, listen, guess what? We got to do a better job at who we pick. Forget a vet. See, people take vet and they be like, okay, let me learn a little bit more about this person. No. We have to take accountability and ownership of this is who I'm choosing. Okay? If I'm choosing a man and you see the repetition in your choices, if that man resembles this man and resembles that man, you need to start to think, stop worrying about vetting them. The key thing is vetting you.
Women don't necessarily want to take the risk.
Okay.
We've taken the risk a lot of times. And quite frankly, we probably failed at that. Like, it probably failed more than it was in our favor. So now we're like, no. Hell no. You know what? I'm not going to sit up here and go for the maybe. Yeah. He might get money. He might become successful. He might get his shit together. He might, make something of himself. I'm going to go for the person who has something going for themselves already. I cannot take that risk again. I just can't.
And that's the problem.
It's like spades.
What is the problem?
It's like spades.
We tried it. We tried it already.
And
okay.
you know what happened?
We tried it.
But it's like spades. It's like spades. Like why are you gonna go with your possibles? Why are you gonna count your possibles as a book when you already got at least 4? You got bored when you already got some guaranteed books. Why are you worried about the possible? Are you gonna risk it on that possible, or are you gonna stick to your board books? Like it doesn't make sense.
But you know what? There's different things. Okay, I'm in my 30s, right? I've done the
L's.
Yeah, like I've been very flexible. Okay, I've been very flexible. My flexibility has decreased down to damn near none at this point. Like, it's basically like, nope, back in the water, nope, back in the water, nope, back in the water, because I don't want to take the risk, and I'm okay with that, right? Like, I'm 1,000%. If I miss the love of my life because I didn't want to take the risk, that's on me. I'm going to have to sleep with that at night. Whatever. If I die alone, it's fine. I didn't see the potential. I didn't believe it. So one time I had traveled to Chile for New Year's by myself. And I went to the concierge to try to get on one of those hop-on, hop-off buses. And this lady was there at the concierge too and was like, oh, are you here by yourself? And I was like, yeah. And she said, oh, you about to do the hop-on, hop-off bus? And I was like, yeah. She was like, I'll go with you. She was like a younger white woman. And we spent the day together, didn't know each other from anywhere. She was there with her husband who was working. She said that she had one day by herself. And we were talking, and somehow she tells me the story about how she really loved her ex.
They be oversharing.
She was like, I really love my ex, but I didn't believe in him. So I had to let him go. Like, he might have turned out great. It might have worked out for him. He was an artist or whatever he was. But she was like, I didn't believe in him. So I had to go. I never forgot that, because I was like, you know what? That's it right there. Like, hey, maybe I might miss out on you going crazy, like you blowing up and being the biggest, baddest thing ever. But I didn't believe in you right now, so I'm not going to waste my time. And if you do become the biggest, baddest thing ever, congratulations. But
I'm sorry.
I could not take that risk.
Women in 2022 are just like rappers in 2022.
What? What's this?
What, terrible?
Not only are they terrible, but they want microwavable success. Women want the fast track to relationships nowadays more than ever. Not realizing that the fast track of relationships usually comes with a lot of things that they're not even willing to compromise. So now my thing is, it's like, well, you have to be real with yourself. Are you even built to build as a woman anymore?
No.
And that's the thing. So like,
Hell no.
if you're not built to build as a woman, well then you have to. I also think that you are different.
It depends on the age too.
Well, no, I think that it depends on a lot of things, but I'm gonna tell you
Age
one
makes a
thing.
difference.
You're a Leo and my mom's a Leo, and y'all in the same boat.
What is that?
Y'all traveling by yourself, right?
I
look,
build. So if you ain't building,
what I'm saying is, a lot of women are not only, some are built to build, some are not.
you're right.
But you and my mom are built to be single, and most women are not.
That is whoa.
Wait,
So like,
let's
wait,
hear the why.
Hold on.
I gotta hear the why on this.
Because if a woman can sit here, right, and a man, most men are nobody. I'm not even gonna put a gender on it. Most people are not built to be like, I'm cool with being by myself till I die.
Oh, that's me all day.
See, most people are not like that.
I know.
So it's different for somebody like yourself could be like, yo, if I made that mistake, hey, I'm gonna chalk it up. I take it to the chin. It is what it is. But most people like me, myself, if you ask Rico, hey, are you built to be by yourself till you die? The answer is no. No.
That's honest.
Even if I have to pay for it, I will pay for it before I die alone. And I think a lot of women are like that too. A lot of women we're in this age where everybody wants to promote the strength of being single, not realizing that it's actually a weakness of actually playing as a teammate.
Let me run these facts to you, bruh.
You gonna run the facts?
Run it back, Aaron.
So,
Talk about it, Aaron.
reputable source, Psychology Today, says that singlehood is increasingly viewed as desirable. Like, reputable sources are telling us that in this day and age, women who are unmarried or women who do not have children are happier. They're happier, they're living longer, they're more peaceful, they're more healthy. I mean,
We're not gonna say living longer, because if you can pull me up the age groups that they are actually studied, I would assure you a lot of them were younger than older.
but this has always been a thing. Women,
So I'm just saying
women
there's
who
a
are
variable
married,
in your fact.
women. This has been a long-standing fact. Men who are married live longer, but women who are married do not live longer. And that is a long-standing fact. Marie, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Because men want to die.
Or we can.
Looks like they got out of it first. Like they got the benefit as per usual.
But here's the thing. I think
Thank you.
she's right. Okay.
On that,
Yeah, like, but you know why? It's because men, when it comes to marriage and like those type of like,
Women take care of the men.
women typically have more domestic duties. Women bear the brunt of the emotional load of the relationship. There's just more to do. So it's like, damn, it's like, if I got to do all of this, why can't I just like enjoy my peace?
But this is the thing.
Be happy.
He's making it seem like we think that it's cool to be single and we're like championing it.
I don't think that's it.
But that's not true. It's not that we think that it's cool. Well, I don't want to say we. Me. I don't think that it's cool, and I don't think that it's something that I promote or be like, girl, be single, whatever. I actually tell people all the time, I'm not the person who act like I don't need a man. I love my like whoever that may be at the time.
Whoever that
Like whoever I'm with, I love him. And I'm definitely, both feet in. But it's just that thing where it's like, now I have paid more attention to things that I value besides just the relationship, right? So like there's things I want to do for myself before I die. And it's like, I prioritize those things too. Okay, while I'm waiting on this relationship, I want to travel to all these countries. I want to, spend time with family. I want to experience all these things. I want to, learn how to swim. I want to do these other things.
because when we talk about programmed, right, we are ignoring what that actually means in totality, entirety.
Because I hear that because we're actually more programmed to be in relationships.
Thank you.
than
No, you're
we
not.
are. Yes, we are.
No,
We are
Because we're
First and foremost-
shunned
whoa, whoa.
and
because of the
shamed.
social stigma.
Time out, women.
It's the social stigma.
Women are ashamed for being single, though.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shamed by
Women are
men.
ashamed for being
Women
single.
are shamed by men, but they're not shamed by success. For example,
success-
For example, women are taught now to pick careers before relationships, pick careers before men. So then that way, if you spend your whole lifetime trying to build a career, Aaron, you're lucky. Most women are going to put their career before their man.
Who's teaching that?
But we're gonna go into a whole nother
No,
thing.
I'm just asking. Like you're saying you're taught.
But wait, I'll get into that. But can I finish my thought?
Yeah.
Like, so when we're talking about right now in this day and age, women are taught to put yourself first. Travel before you get in a relationship, okay? Experience life before you get in a relationship. Work and achieve some type of, financial accolade or, educational accolade before you get into a relationship. I'm just confused because when a man finally comes into your life, a man's been taught his whole life, this is what you have to do for a relationship. If you want a relationship, you got to be able to have money so you can give to your relationship. You got to be able to have all these things so you can give to your relationship. I got to be a man enough and be able to protect so I can protect my relationship. But right now, in 2022, women are taught to do everything for themselves and nothing for a relationship. So when you ask me, are women programmed to be single? The answer is yes. Who is it by? That's another conversation. But it's because you're biting into the bait of all of this hype to do everything for yourself, do everything by yourself, but not realizing that usually, and we don't have a stat right now because this is new. Maybe in the next 30, 40, 50 years from now, we're going to be like, well, damn, everybody who bit on that bait is now single and probably don't want to be.
There were no men in my family growing up. I was in a single parent household. I didn't know what a man was supposed to do. I didn't know what he was supposed to pay for. I didn't know how much he was supposed to make. I didn't know what if he was supposed to fix stuff, throw stuff out in the garbage, whatever. I didn't know. I had to learn that later on in life. So almost, if I have 20 close friends, only 3 of my friends had fathers. So they didn't know either. Like, there's mad people around me who didn't have a father. So for this conversation, like, men are taught what? None of us were taught anything about a man. Like, literally, mostly all the women were the ones working, taking care of all the kids. Men were not around. So this whole generalization that men are supposed to do this, I'm like, really? You don't say? Because never heard that, never experienced that. I didn't experience it on my end as a woman, and none of the boys that I grew up with experienced that on their end as a man. They grew up with a single mother who literally did everything by herself. He saw her hold everything on her back by herself. So he didn't know what a man was supposed to do. So now when he gets older, like I tell people all the time, like if a man doesn't know what he's supposed to do in his 20s or 30s, you can't just automatically throw him back in the water because he doesn't know. You got to look at his context. You got to look at his history. He might have not had a father. He might have had a super overly independent mom, just like you are, who didn't ask nobody for nothing. He never saw no guy give her money to pay no bills, get her hair done, take her out on a date, throw the garbage away, fix anything. So how in the world you going to get mad at something that he just genuinely did not experience?
Let me just jump in for a second. One thing that you said, Rico, is that women are taught to go travel and go do this and have a career. But these just kind of seem like things that you want an adult person to be able to do for themselves. You want an adult to be able to have a career and provide for themselves. You want an adult to know how to clean up a house. You want an adult to know how to cook. You want an adult to know how to pay their bills on time. You want an adult to know a lot of just basic shit in life, right? So I don't know if that's programming for women. I think it's more so how we're raised. Our parents raised girls to live and survive. That's not how they raise boys. So that's kind of where things, kind of separate. So if we have an issue, we got to talk about it at the root, where this all comes from.
Yeah.
You know, and you kind of just alluded to that when you were saying, well, you don't know what men are supposed to do because that wasn't your upbringing.
A lot of men
into the same argument.
a lot of men are mama's boys, right? Like nobody
In New York.
In New York, I don't know, but
That's where you're from.
yeah.
So don't
But
talk about
a lot
Jersey.
of men,
Don't talk about us.
a lot of women will testify that men are mama's boys. They will testify that their mom may not have made them throw away the garbage, do their laundry, pay no bills. There's grown women who are competing with men's mamas right now because they acting like they man or their freaking girlfriend or like going back and forth with having a battle with who's the woman of the house or who's the woman in his life, the top priority or whatever. So it's like,
Who make the best mac and cheese?
right, like you can, or so you cannot like act like that's not a thing as well. Like there's a lot of men who are raised by their mom, especially
In our
I don't want to say
community.
especially a single mom, but sometimes a single mom, and they're like, yeah, well, my mama did all of this stuff for me. So what you about to do, right? And if you're like expect him to have some sort of independence, responsibility, whatever, pay or just be present, like be active, proactive in the house.
He
They're
doesn't
like,
know how.
exactly.
Right.
So it's like,
It's crazy to me. Can I just say everything that I need to say? It's
Go
a
ahead.
lot. First of all, it's crazy to me that women that have a dad,
minute.
right, want men to do everything that their dad has done. Okay? Women that have a dad expect for a man to do everything that their father did. Right? Am I right or wrong, Aaron?
No, can you explain what that means?
That means if your dad provided, if your dad protected, if your dad was loving and caring, whatever, if he was overly emotional, if he was overly strong, you typically tend to go, hold on, I'm not done, don't interrupt me.
No, you asked me a question.
No, I wasn't done yet. I was just making sure. I want to finish my thoughts.
Boy, if you don't go ahead and finish.
All right, so let me start from the top.
Oh,
it's
my God.
crazy to me that if a woman who had a father present wants a man to emulate a lot of the things her father or a lot of characteristics her father had, right? Now, when a guy had only his mother present, we shame him because he wants a woman to emulate a lot of the characteristics that his mother had. We have to be mindful of what your upbringing is. Shout out to Marie. If your upbringing means you're accustomed to a man doing that for you, then the next man that decides to be with you has to meet those standards and criterias.
but that goes against you saying that they're programmed to be single.
Hold up. No, it does not. I'm about to get to you, right? I'm about to get to that. If a man wants a woman, if a man is raised by a single woman, and he's expecting a single woman to do everything for him, such as you mentioned, right? He gets shamed upon because women aren't supposed to do that. So now it's like, well, as a lady, when are you gonna pick your side of the fence? Because if I was a woman, or for example, I'm a guy, I'm not even gonna say if I was a woman. I'm a guy who grew up with a single mother who did everything.
Right.
Okay? At what point I had to decide as an adult.
Where did you get it from?
Time out? No, it's not. I didn't get it from nowhere.
So how did you learn it?
Hold on. I had to decide as an adult what works. Okay? And guess what? Once I decided as an adult what's worked, you know what I did? I stopped getting all of my homies who was raised by single mothers because they knew nothing.
Okay.
I started getting new homies that had both parents in the crib so I can learn something.
So you learned it from somewhere.
But what I'm trying to say is people tend to click on to their friend groups who suffer from the same traumatic upbringings as them. And I don't knock it for it because misery loves company. But I'm saying me and people like myself who grew up with a non-two-parent household have to understand that the way that we grew up was not right. It was not right and was not conducive to the child. And the only way you can fix those patterns and fix those tendencies is if you actually learn to start to look outside of yourself, get a friend group, a mentorship, whatever it may be.
I agree
so
with
then
that.
that way you can start to learn to fix your home. These are solutions that Aaron like to talk about.
You brought up daughters who are raised by their father. It is very rare very rare when compared to single mothers raising sons that single fathers raise daughters. So we are not comparing apples to apples with that statement. So let's
Can
first
I make a clarification?
What?
I was talking about being raised with, not by. So if you were raised with a dad, even if you were separate, but your dad was
But that's
present.
different. You can't compare someone being raised with their father, okay, in a two-parent home to someone who's raised singularly by their mother.
Yes, I can, because when you're talking about singular, you're talking about singular versus a duality. You're talking about two people versus one. I don't care if you go to your dad's house every other weekend or your mom's house every other weekend. You have both parents present. That means you have an ideology of a respect for both genders. I'm using you as an example. Yeah. She had, quote unquote, no idea. You understand what I said? She had no idea of what a guy was supposed to do because her, and as long as almost all of her friends had no men, and her own family had no men present. How is she supposed to understand what a man is supposed to do or a role he's supposed to play if none of them are present? Now, if she had somebody that was there, potentially, she might be like, okay, look, maybe my parents don't work for X amount of reasons, but guess what? When I do go to my dad's house, this is what my dad does. Now she starts to build an ideology of what a man is actually supposed to do rather than trying to guess and fantasize on what they're supposed to do.
Rico,
three different scenarios.
Thank you. You're
Because
not
there's
talking
single
about the same thing.
Okay. Basically, the programming is this.
Thank you. Please
the
answer the question, the
the
call
All right,
of the
all right.
question.
So a lot of things, this is what we're talking about when you ask, what's the programming? The programming is this. Most of the things that are being asked upon are being taught to desire.
I don't know what
Put
that
it out
means.
here.
If I go back and
Slaughter me. The fuck? I'm sorry. I'm not starting from the bottom. I started from the bottom on my own. I'm not starting from the bottom with somebody else.
But that's the thing. Like when I tell you, Aaron, you're fortunate, it's because you found someone in the other 15 percentile, and the other opposite end, and the odds are stacked against you, who actually is a good person.
I'm gonna let you know something. I really want to know, where does the programming come from? That's what I really want. Do you want to know, Cuddy?
It does boil down to what is the hype, okay? Women have been buying into the hype at least for the last 30 years.
What is the hype?
The hype is what is popular. If a soccer player who was going D1 in high school, but soccer wasn't popular and football was, you chose a football player over the soccer player, even though soccer makes more money than football. This is where, don't let me finish my
Soccer is football.
Football. Can I finish my thought? So,
Yo, you gotta clarify.
No. Football and football is different. All right? And America is football. All right? America is soccer and football. So what I'm trying to say is, when you're taught to buy into the hype, this is what is good for you. A man who makes money. In 2022, it's a man who's emotionally intelligent, who possesses feminine characteristics and can understand a woman. In 1990, it's a man who is handy with his hands, a man who can build, a man who can do everything to fix around the house. So women are taught to buy into the hype. This is what I'm talking about with programming.
You wanna?
In 1980
No.
was something
1980
different. In 1970 was a different man. In 1960 was a different man.
To a woman's credit, the same way y'all are taught to buy into the hype of what is the idealistic man for your time frame.
So even TikTok can say every 10 years the hype changes.
And the same thing for men. Guess what? At one point in time, thick women was the thing. If you were skinny, you weren't lit. Right? Then skinny women was a thing. If you were thick, you weren't lit. Now you got to look like a silicone Betty Boop.
What's the dollar amount?
Ever a moment that if the popular thing was skinny women, that thick women weren't getting men?
I just want to be real. You know who programmed me to be with a man with money? My motherfucking daddy. My daddy always said, don't be with nobody that's broke, because you can be broke by yourself. And if you find yourself in situations where a man can't do for you, fuck it, leave. You know why? Because you got a daddy. I'ma do for you. I'ma do for you until you find your husband. I'ma do for you until you can do for yourself. So for me, I've never had experiences where I'm just gonna sit around and deal with some bullshit. Because at the end of the day, I'm a dub you won, or if you prove yourself just to not work for me, I'm good.
And the
I don't
person-
need it. You know, again, who taught me that?
Right. And
my
the person
daddy.
who taught me was my grandma. She said,
Thank
you
you.
can't take his ding-a-ling to the grocery store.
Thank you. My point. Thank you.
watch
Keep
that
it
table.
going. Keep it going.
watch that.
Keep it going.
But you're saying that the programming, you're not telling us where the programming started from. We're basically telling you it started from home.
Thank you. Thank you. That is the programming.
Just say home. Just say it started at home.
We can say home all you want. We're talking about using them two examples, and please put this all together. Please put this all together. Post. Erin learned from her father. Mm-hmm. You learned from your grandmother. Mm-hmm. Y'all want to go ahead and use the subjective, general, vague term of home. I'm a principle guy. I focus on the principle.
Okay.
The principle of her learning how to get a man with money was because her dad said, I got you no matter what.
Okay.
The principle of your grandmother telling you to get money is because if men don't got you, you got to have yourself. These are the principles.
That programmed you.
This is programming 101. You had a safety blanket, whether or not you want to realize it.
No, I did.
You did, but you're very few of the ones who are taught to program, who are programmed to go this route. You're that person that if no matter what happened, your family. I'm not saying this is an analogy, by the way. You're that person. No matter what happened, your family had money. You can fail 1,000 times.
Not really.
Yes,
I didn't know. No,
He's
it's not.
using money.
I'm not
He's
using
just
money. I
saying
mean, you had
they
a
had your
safety
back.
blanket. You had your dad there. If
Oh, they'll let me move home like that.
Your dad said, quote unquote, I'm gonna do for you until you can do for yourself. Her grandmother said to her, you gotta learn how to do for you because can't nobody else do for you.
Why are you yelling?
Because you don't understand the principles that I'm trying to tell you.
No.
And you're trying to compare them and they're not the same.
No, she's
All
not.
right,
No,
hold on,
we're
didn't
not-
compare anything.
Hold on.
We're not trying to compare them, but don't mistake her saying you can't take a guy's ding-a-ling to the grocery store as programming me to be single. She's never said to be single. If you are choosing, when you choose, you don't choose
Bullshit.
broke. You don't choose poor. You don't choose the man with just the ding-a-ling. She never said be by yourself, girl.
Maybe once you about like 25, like cute ain't even really important.
I know.
Like, can you work a job?
Right.
Can you have good credit? Can you like Alan says? Can you build?
But
Like, can you take out garbage?
but
Can you
you
motivate?
know-
Can you do
So
something?
this
This is a
Aaron,
part
do
of
you
the
know-
research. And shout out to one of y'all in the comments talking about one little source don't mean nothing. First of all, it's Psychology Today, which is very reputable. Everybody knows it. Anyway,
Perfect.
but Psychology Today. Alan, how many Psychology Today articles do you read and do you send
About
and reference? A lot.
like at least 3-4 days.
A lot. Thank
because
you.
I cite the
I don't know. send it to
Very
me.
reputable source.
I cite the I think the internet's gonna start putting blue check marks on people's thing.
I wouldn't even trust that either.
YouTube is about to
I
start.
don't know. I wouldn't even trust
Yeah,
that.
on sources.
But listen, guys. So this
The
is
fact checkers who was saying that shit was facts and it wasn't.
this is the thing, Alan.
Like-
So one of the benefits, and this is from the London School of Economics, they did a study and they said that it says Professor Dolan, he says men who are married are better suited and they're in better positions to take risks, whether it means with their career, whether it means like even a job that's like they may be like hazardous or something like that, because they know if something happens to them, they got somebody to take care of them. They got a wife to look after them. They got kids to look after them, somebody to help them out. And just like Alan said, men will take risks when it comes to business and money because you got somebody else to shoulder that burden with.
I do advice calls, right? And most of it is about dating. I mean, it could be advice about whatever they
where's
want.
Cuddy's?
Oh, I don't. No.
Cuddy wants to drink,
No, I
but
don't
she
drink.
behaving well.
No, I don't drink tequila.
Whatever the gang
What do you
is
drink?
about.
What do you drink?
There's
Champagne, that's it.
You want more champagne?
Thanks.
More champagne. More champagne.
So, my advice calls can be about whatever, right? But 70% of them about dating. So, when they're calling me about how horrible and depressing and stressful and frustrating their dating life is, right? I understand that, everybody wants this resume, right? Everybody has the same thing on their resume, most likely. Like successful, single, hopefully no kids. I mean, some people, like whatever, lives alone, drives a nice, decent sex, decent looks, whatever. That's, most people's resume. And then I tell people all the time, you're going for the resume, but that doesn't necessarily translate in real life, right?
Somebody say high blood pressure.
Because at the end of the day, when people find that, then they hold on to that resume so tight, and they really not like into them like that. They're really not feeling them like that, and they're trying to make it work. Like they always lock into the resume instead of
the person,
the chemistry, as your friend was talking about, right? The compatibility.
Yeah, she said she can't.
All of that.
She's
right? Because I found men with all the bells and whistles, and they was so busy working, they want to go outside. I'm like, I'm not the house bitch. Don't keep me inside. You cannot keep me inside. I want to go out. I want to hang out. I want to be on a plane, going somewhere else to the blue water. I found the resume 10 times over. And they did not want to go outside.
You know what the problem is? And I'm going to go back to what I was saying.
What?
Your resume was based off of what?
The universal standard, yes.
Thank you. The hype.
It's not a hype.
It's the hype because the resume changes every 10, 20 years. Right?
I think everybody always wanted that.
No, I mean, what's going to happen is at some point...
Those are basics, right? Like
I highly...
basics.
Listen, ready? Women... probably at times wanted different things. Okay, I wasn't there in the 1950s. I can't speak.
What do you think they want right now?
What I think they want is, I think the M is for money.
The M in man is for money.
TikTok, thank you for.
Hey.
Oh, Erin's a homie. She tapped the table.
Okay.
Yo, look.
He needs some water now.
She said,
Like I said, if I fucked up by not being able to do that, I will live with that later. Right? If it worked out for y'all, I'm like, damn, I could never. But that was a good call on her behalf because she believed in you. But I just...
You know what
personally may not be able to ever do that.
I don't see that with you, though.
But,
No. I will support you.
Yes.
But I cannot give you my checks.
But no. So she's saying, yeah, she's willing to build and X, Y, and Z, but she ain't turning over her check. If we agree, hey, we're both putting in $700 a month into this investment fund or whatever, she's willing to do that. But she's not willing to give you her check and then
Blindly.
And I don't knock it.
in my opinion, from my experience, a woman, I ain't talking about a girl, I ain't talking about a female, a woman knows what she's dealing with. A woman knows what she has, and a woman knows where it's going.
So if I don't believe in your dream, I'm not a woman?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not the
If
situation.
I don't believe in your plan,
Listen,
I'm not a woman?
Wait. We're not moving the goalposts.
But you just said.
No, just explain so she can, cause she's trying to understand. That's all.
Because you said those are not women.
Because,
They're
like,
girls.
here's the thing.
Yo, she's like the illest guest we had in a long time.
Because the thing is,
she is fucking fire.
The thing is, we're talking about what. First of all, to answer your question, why? This is the craziest thing. I'm about listen. Can I tell you something?
What?
I be beating up Leos all the time. You don't want this smoke, but I got you because you're my homie.
Go ahead.
I like you a lot.
Let's hear
I
this.
even got your book and it's
Let's
autographed.
hear this.
all right?
Let's hear this.
A woman wouldn't be with somebody that they didn't believe in their vision.
I think it happens every day.
Started this vision yesterday.
Nope.
I don't know that. I
If-
might have got with
if
you
he
10 years
did-
ago. You came
Yo,
up with a new vision
so
last
let me
week.
ask you a
I'm like,
question.
nah, I don't believe in that
Can
one.
I-
You ain't getting my checks.
Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question.
Wait,
no.
No, I want to help your I want to help your argument.
I was just going with my
No, I actually want to help your argument. So I agree with you. So like, we talk about a lot of business ventures and stuff that we're working on. If my husband comes to me and he's like, hey, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, you know, I may need 1, 2, 3 from you, or I may need you to fill in here to, you know, whatever.
I need
And
you
huh?
to handle business for us.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, cool. I can do what you're asking, but no more. Simply because I got my own shit going on, you know. And when he brings me something, I rarely doubt it because I know he's not gonna bring me, Aaron Campbell, no bullshit, nothing that's no cockamamie, you know, business
story,
plan, no, what's
Get
it?
rich-
The pyramid, get
rich
rich scheme,
Yeah.
Ponzi shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something real.
Aaron,
he
are
gonna
you
have
saying
a
that-
he gonna have a deck. He done already made out financials. You know, like
It's a plan for real.
but the thing is that I can also see what Cuddy is saying. People ain't coming with a real plan. They coming with an idea.
But that's what I'm saying is, right?
That's the difference.
But like,
Aaron
I
comes
see.
to me with a plan.
Yeah.
But
A plan. Well, you know, when we go out of town a lot of times and we're on the plane, he'll be like, all right, I'm gonna finish this deck while I'm on here because I know X, Y, and Z, or I gotta make something happen. You know, and the thing is that I appreciate that because you can't just come to me with an idea asking for my time and my money.
Right.
Because my money and time are already invested somewhere else. I'm calling out this time and money for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Aaron.
Because it's for the team and it's for us. But again, it's a plan. And so I agree with what
but
you're
that's
saying.
exactly. So like, I don't want to talk about.
But here, you can do that though.
All right, I don't want to talk about the other stuff where it's like, we're talking about like we already had
They're clapping for you, Aaron.
our last thing that
I'm
we
clappable. All right, I'm chilling. I appreciate y'all.
She's like,
I
I'm
don't know if those are
clappable.
good words right now.
Oh,
Good luck.
my bad.
But what I was
Good
saying
point.
is that we had a whole conversation on a segment about not too long ago where we talked about where the woman said dating a woman in their 30s is like buying an avocado.
Oh, that was last week,
What
right?
is that?
You better have a plan.
It's good though, right? It's a good analogy.
Like, are we gonna have avocado toast? Or we gonna have it?
Because if
sliced?
not,
about
it go bad.
Because it go bad. If it has, yeah, that's true.
You can squeeze out a few days in the fridge.
Like women, I'm not talking about girls. I'm not talking
Right.
about females. I'm not talking about teenagers. Women,
Okay.
mature, head on their shoulders. Women date men with plans. They don't date men with an idea because they can sniff out an idea.
And that's
from
not
the
an age
get-go.
thing.
I'm gonna be honest
an
with
age
you.
thing.
I know the most successful women with bums and broke niggas.
But that's
so
okay.
Honestly,
But that might be a pattern for them.
no, but I'm
that's
just
like-
saying, like that's a
But are they?
statistic
But are
in
they
its
women?
own.
But are they women? See, here's the thing, and this is what I wanted to get on the flip side too, right? See, people try to correlate.
a successful, like the success part,
Yeah,
like
people
the career
try.
part.
Yeah, so like
as a
when we were
woman.
talking, or in general, right? Dating, programmed to be single, and it's like, well, he's going after money or she's going after money, but just because you got money don't mean that you're a good spouse.
Yeah, right.
We have every single woman for like a good year and a half on my Instagram had their captions say they rather cry in a Rolls Royce than a Honda Civic.
That was a.
And I'm like, you're still a fool because you're still crying, dummy. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So now what I'm saying is just because you got money doesn't mean that you're a good spouse. Doesn't mean that you're a good mate. Doesn't mean that you're a good relationship quality partner.
Right.
So just because this person might have money who's your friend and successful in that standpoint, that's what I'm taking it as, doesn't mean that she's a woman. Doesn't mean that she can identify what a man is.
The basic foundation of relationships is being fucked up already. Like, we ain't even get to the money and the all of that stuff. We are still on lying, cheating, kids, living together, like all these other factors that really have no, like, we ain't even get to second base yet. Like, we can't even get there. You know, like, so that's the problem. Like, people are getting in relationships for the wrong reasons. Like, people get in relationships just for the possession, just to check the box. I'm not single anymore. I'm not, I'm not a Jezebel. I'm not left behind. So at the end of the day, they're just, like I said, the musical chairs thing, they're just grabbing somebody so that they don't lose. So it's like, before we even get to the business side of it, people done already failed. They done already failed at just being together, period.
A lot of guys would tell you anything and feed you whatever that they need to feed you to get what they want from you. You know what I'm saying?
So I would say the only thing that you can do is wait. Only time will tell, right? Like, and don't do more than you're willing to sacrifice or charge off. Because at the end of the day, you know, we could believe or feed into whatever somebody says, but we're still responsible for doing that.
I think a lot of people don't especially like, and I give credit to women. Well, I take responsibility on men. Men were, at least when I was growing up, were taught to lie or taught to be a Prince Charming to get what they want.
Really?
What?
Who taught them that?
I don't know.
It sounds like programming, right?
Because they had to be a lot of things that they weren't, which is also programming.
So who taught them that?
Maybe the expectations of a woman. I have to be something that I'm not to get you.
So the woman.
I said the expectations. I don't know who taught the expectations, but I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. What I'm trying to say is, a man at a young age is taught to do what is necessary to get that woman, and it still goes on today.
I believe that.
If a man got money, guess what he does? He'll buy his way into your pants.
This is exactly why I tell women, stop fucking with niggas who don't got shit, because at the end of the day, men do every single thing for pussy. So if he need a house to get some pussy, if he need a car to get some pussy, if he need a job to get some pussy, then he will do that. So you don't need to fuck with him before he gets that, because he's going to do it if he needs to get yours, because they think every single pussy that they didn't get is going to be the best one that they never had. They need to make sure that a man has everything that they want on their list, on their whatever, before they get it, because they don't ever have to settle, because he's going to do everything to get it. Once he gets it, it's over.
So let me ask you a question.
That's not true.
Well, let me ask you.
No, meaning that.
Let me ask you a question. Going with what you just said.
Okay.
Same ideology, same principle.
Mm-hmm.
A man with money didn't get money just so he can get women.
Yeah.
Multiple women.
Most men that get money only got money because he couldn't get women. Ooh. Men that got women with no money, they don't even care about money.
Wait, say that last part?
Okay, I'll say it again for you. All right? Most men that got money because they couldn't get a woman. Most men that got women without money didn't care about getting money because he was already getting a woman.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm Passport Cuddy, passport_Cuddy on Instagram and Twitter.
Thank you so much. I love the
my
love.
podcast
I love the love and the hate and all you thumb thugs out there. Keep it coming. We really appreciate it. Check me out at Aaron the Renegade. No spaces, no dashes, no nothing. Just Aaron the Renegade.
She's legit a renegade.